What's happening, gamers? Welcome back to The Incredibles here on the KwingsLetsPlays channel, and we're heading to the Robot Arena. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified.
We have a new assignment for you.
Do tell.
How soon can you get here?
I'll leave tomorrow morning.
See you there.
Goodbye.
Who was that, honey? The, office?
Another conference. Short notice, but you know, duty calls.
Bob?
Yeah, what's up, honey?
Have a great trip.
Thanks, sweetie. I'll call you when I get there.
I love you so much.
I love you too.
They combined two different scenes into one. Because she was wearing regular clothes, and then the next shot, she's wearing a bathrobe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look, he can fit through there this time. He's like, I slimmed down.
I know. Great job, Mr. Incredible. Way to lay out those donuts. Wait. Yeah, I don't understand. Oh, yeah. He did slim down because they didn't show all the stuff where he was basically working out and stuff.
They didn't show the working out. They didn't show him, you know, getting his new suit.
Doing his Batman and Ben Affleck workout.
Yeah, totally. Out of the way, fools. Got hero work to do. So many of these guys. So, one of the things I remember about this game is when fighting all these guys, they don't really... they seem to take the punches, like, a lot more than most people would fighting somebody that's superhuman.
Oh, yeah.
Which always bothered me about this, because it's like, why? I get it, it's a video game, but Mr. Incredible is supposed to be, like, incredibly strong.
I know. Like, it takes so many punches to take down a regular person.
Well, there is one move that Mr. Incredible has in this game where you charge a bunch of guys and they all go flying.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what would happen with every single punch, though.
Yeah.
Why is it never easy?
I don't know, Bob. I really don't know.
Easy? I'm not happy, Bob.
Oh, I remember this part.
Whoa, this is crazy. You're like in a weird flying disc.
Yeah, we're in the flying disc from the movie. So, I know it doesn't look like it, but see those giant holes inside those towers?
Yeah.
The game doesn't tell you what you're supposed to do at all, and Frozone, the narrator, doesn't come back at all in the game.
Oh my gosh.
I remember. But you need to shoot inside of those giant holes, and eventually you'll cause the entire tower to explode. But if you try to do anything else on this scene, like fight the ground troops, fight the dudes that are flying after you, you're going to waste time and you'll end up being destroyed. So you want to focus on blowing up the towers, and the best way to do that, see how the towers are smoking now?
Yep.
Is to just keep attacking the open, like, holes, and eventually you'll blow up the tower.
Alright,
getting rid of the turrets and some of the reinforcements.
So you would focus your energy on the holes there, or?
Yep. Because these guys are going to keep respawning, like, endlessly.
Yeah, and thank you guys in the comments for letting us know that his name is Lucius, and Helen.
Oh, yeah.
And Helen.
Yep. Well, I mean, we did just rewatch the movie, so I mean...
Yeah, we also did that, too. When we watched the movie, we were like, oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay, well, that worked out well.
Yeah, and you're in your new suit.
My new suit is so slammin'.
It looks like it's made with a lot of spandex.
Later, losers. Okay, you know what? That's just not cool. See? That move right there, like where I run and punch them, should be one punch. I get it, it's a video game, but the problem that I have with this level, and the forest in general, when Mr. Incredible is beating up all these goons, there's an endless supply of them, and they can easily overpower Mr. Incredible. Which we know would not be the case.
Yeah.
And also, you need to get really familiar with the rolling mechanic, which is you crouch and then you hit the action button to roll.
Action button.
Yeah, mostly.
Because you're an action guy.
That's what Nick Fury would say. Press this button to roll. Press this button and this button while also tapping this button, and Mr. Incredible will do an incredible roll. Give it a try. Yeah, it is ridiculous that these guys are able to take a punch from Mr. Incredible.
I don't know why, but the cat is all over me right now.
She's happy. She's not in the basement right now. She's like, I am free.
Freedom!
Why is it never easy? Because... I don't know.
Oh man, I miss GameCube games.
We're gonna play some more of them. We're gonna be playing Aquaman later this year.
Oh my gosh. I don't know where my GameCube went that you got me.
We got rid of it.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure we did, because remember, you were like, what's the point of... No, wait, we have one. We have one left.
Oh, okay.
We have your silver one. We don't have the original black one. I don't think.
Wait, there's a black... I'm looking at a black one in the corner right there. Like on the shelf. Black and gray.
Oh, yeah, there's one over there, yeah. I would have totally missed that. Good eye.
Yep.
Because the Wii, there's really no point of having a GameCube anymore, because the Wii was backwards compatible with both the Wii and GameCube.
Yeah.
Just like the Wii U is backwards compatible with Wii and Wii U.
I thought we had... Yeah, never mind.
The Switch has no CD drive, so you can't play Wii U games on it.
Yeah, I know, right? I was a little disappointed, but...
Some people were disappointed, but, I mean...
It's like, they did pretty well. They're more backwards compatible than other systems.
I think that's why they re-released most of the Wii U games onto the Switch.
Yeah, because they...
Well, not only didn't they sell very well, but... people were upset that they couldn't get the entire Wii U experience. I guarantee you that Super Mario 3D will get like a remake or a reposting like Captain Toad and a lot of other games did.
Yeah.
You know.
What was it called on the Wii and the Wii U? The thing for the old games?
The Virtual Console is not coming.
Virtual Console, yeah.
They've already announced that they're not doing the Virtual Console. Those people who get the online service where you pay like $20 a year or whatever,
yeah,
you get access to a handful of retro games in a retro service that is not the Virtual Console, that is only available to paying customers of the online service.
Wow, so they're trying to milk it, basically.
They are trying to milk it, and they're trying to force the retro gamers to buy the online service so that they can play the retro games, which is causing a big stink in the industry right now. Because people our age are like, wait a second.
But how much?
PlayStation Network gives you a lot of perks for becoming a PlayStation Plus member. Free games every month, and discounts on movies, and discounts on all kinds of stuff. Mm-hmm. Whereas the Nintendo service, yeah, it's $20 to play the game a year. Shadow, come on.
Yeah.
I don't get what her deal is. She could just walk into the office and sleep on her beanbag chair. It's like we have like a 2-year-old or something. We're just always making noise. Alright, luckily I know what I'm doing. So, what we need to do in the base is make our way to where Syndrome and company is located. Which I actually don't understand why they're doing this part of the movie, because Bob is not trying to infiltrate Syndrome's base. Like, I would have used this scene later.
Yeah.
Basically what he's doing is he's supposed to be waiting in the conference room. So, I mean, they totally changed the story for the video game.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he was getting in shape to help out the NSA, who he thinks he's working for. And in this video game, they make it look like he's raiding a supervillain base. That's true. Which is fine. I mean, this movie and the video game were, again, in development at the same time. So, with movie license games, they're never completely accurate to the film. Look at Spider-Man 2, the video game. Great game, but there were a lot of things that didn't really mesh up well with the film.
Maybe they didn't want to spoil it, or...
I always thought that, but no, because in Batman Begins, they spoil the entire thing, but the way that they talk about the story is a little bit different, because, again, it was in development at the same time as the film. Mm-hmm. So this game, Spider-Man 2, and a lot of movie license games were all in development at the time the film is in production. They saw video games, at least their department, as kind of like another toy sale, in a sense.
Yeah.
So companies would get to work after they got the storyboards and a little bit of information about things, and off they go. So. And it's hard for me not to be distracted by Amber, because she's doing things that... It's hard being a commentator. especially a commentator with ADD. So with this tank, actually I don't remember how to fight it.
Especially with me here.
Yeah, you are super distracting with the cats and getting up and doing all this other stuff. Come on.
I'm back.
Ah.
What did I miss?
I don't know, but I blame you. All right.
I
need to remember how to fight that guy.
Sorry, Kiwi.
That's fine. All right, let's move on.
Yeah, it is weird that he didn't really infiltrate the base ever.
No, he did later.
Oh yeah,
after he got the password for the computer and stuff like that, he went back to try to stop.
Right. So maybe that's what they're trying to do.
Buddy, no. He's gone back to the island to get to work. This level is like a filler.
This doesn't really make any sense because it's like, oh, bye, honey. I'll see you later. I'm going to work, and then, all right, I'm gonna go storm the base of my employer for no reason at all.
Yeah, because in the previous scene,
he was talking to them.
He was talking to these like soldier guys who work with Mirage.
Yep.
Well, I mean, not really talking. One guy was trying to get him to fit in the tube that they were shooting out of the plane.
Yeah.
Bob was so fat.
It's a video game. It doesn't even have to make sense.
Well, they've already said, the director of this game and THQ said that they were going to borrow a lot of elements that aren't in the movie. It's also their way of saying, we just had the storyboards for things that may or may not have been cut, or we didn't really know the pacing of what the film was going to be until near the end of development.
Oh, right.
So then they make all these extra levels, and it's just kind of like, yep, there you go.
That's fine.
But yeah, in terms of movie licensed games, this one is pretty close to being accurate.
It's a pretty cool level though, with infiltrating the base and stuff.
Yep. Alright, so what am I doing wrong here? Use bombs to destroy the tank. What bombs?
I loved the Wii. I thought that there was going to be Wii U 1, Wii U 2, Wii U 3. Like, I thought it was going to keep going on because I just love the system so much. For me, like, you could use it as a controller for your television, like a remote control. It had the virtual console on it. I felt like it was going to last for a long time, but because they didn't have the specs, like, up to, like, how the other systems were, it didn't really do that well, I guess.
Well, essentially it was like a PS3. Yeah. Like, and it came out during the time of PS4s and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Sony's going to be announcing their next system soon. A lot of people are saying it's going to basically be a Switch. It's going to be a hybrid portable system slash...
So, yeah, yet again, they basically take what Nintendo does and just use it.
And improve it.
And it feels like they don't really come up with their own ideas at all.
They're like Sega!
Yeah.
That's basically what Sega did.
Oh. And I feel like the Sony took that little game, even their controller right now, where you have that little action pad in the middle, they took that, you know, from the touchscreen of the Wii U.
Yeah, kind of. Whoa.
And even Xbox used the, you know, like, move, placed, or Xbox Move or whatever, whatever it was, the controllers that motion control.
I don't remember the name of it.
They all copied motion control from the Wii.
Okay, so we're gonna grab the bomb and throw it right back at Mr. Tank.
It's like, nobody acknowledges Nintendo for the...
innovation?
For doing it first. Like, they all go, oh, look, we can do it too, but they never say, thank you, Nintendo, for having this idea. They laugh at them like, oh, this
Wasn't the Xbox thing called the Move or something?
I thought.
I don't remember. All I know is they gave us that horrible Star Wars dancing game. I'm Han Solo, Han Solo, Han Solo. That was a thing.
Wow.
Yeah. Kinect dancing.
Oh, Kinect! That was what it was called.
Oh, PlayStation Move was their motion controls, that's right.
Yeah.
Which they still found, they were clever with that. They found a way to keep milking the motion controls using the VR technology.
Oh.
That's what you get, Mr. Tank. Later.
Yeah, I just... Well, fine, I'll say. I have no desire to see Han Solo. If they want to make a movie about Ahsoka, if they want to make a movie about Mace Windu, or if they want to make a movie about Obi-Wan, I would watch that.
All right, let's go to the Great Falls. We're just moving right along. I mean, the tank thing took a little bit longer than I thought to. But... Okay, see, yeah, now that's the scene where he goes... into the conference room to wait for his next briefing right off the plane.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that level was totally not necessary.
Why would he need to fight people to go to his conference?
Maybe it was a rush to get to work?
Man, the commute was...
He's like, what? Uh-oh. He's bigger. Oh, never mind. Stronger. He's too much for Mr. Incredible.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
And Bob is a big guy. Ah! His arms are, like, ginormous.
Catch! Oh, nuts.
His arms are so muscular, they're, like, so bulky.
Yeah, you would think so. Uh-oh. Down, boy. Down, down.
I do not like this robot.
Oh.
I'm gonna see this robot in my nightmares.
I don't like this robot. This robot is not my friend. Quite the opposite of my friend. Nope!
Wait, we've already fought this robot.
I told you we're gonna fight him 3 more times. This is the 2nd time. Oh, wait, no. Fought him 4 times.
I don't know how many times.
Yeah.
We have fought this robot, I don't know how many times already.
Way too many. Oh, come off it! Nope! Not happening.
Oh, it has like a number on the side.
What? What do you mean a number?
There's numbers on the side of the robot.
Never noticed that. Alright, we're a little bit smarter now. Come on.
There, it says number 9 on the side. I wonder how many robots like this have been made, or did
Probably this is the 9th model.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, come on.
Whoa, it can't get you in the water!
Oh yeah, there are bombs in the water. I forgot about that. Come on, you! Time for you to go away. Oh, that did not go over well.
It's too bad that Bob can't fly, though. That would be really helpful right now.
They purposely didn't want to make him fly. In fact, a lot of people were upset with DC Comics back in the day when they made Superman be able to fly, because he was already a very overpowered character. Yeah. When you gave him the ability of flight and then X-ray vision, I mean, they just kept adding to the pile of things, you know? Because Superman was actually pretty relatable in the Golden Age. He could, you know, jump really far.
He could leap.
But then, like, it was like almost every other week, somebody at DC Comics came up with a new power for Superman.
Oh my god!
It wasn't just heat vision. Then one day it was X-ray vision or super breath.
Yeah, he can do X-ray.
I mean, the amount of superpowers, you can't even do a top 10 video on Superman's powers because they keep adding.
And he can combine his powers so he can do all kinds of things.
Super intelligence, super martial arts, Krypton abilities.
Yeah, not only does he have super punches, but he also knows martial arts, so...
Kryptonian martial arts, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so this one, what you want to listen to where the blades are so you know where to jump. There's a little bit of a delay.
But he didn't even grow up on Krypton. How would he know Kryptonian?
And because Jor-El's Fortress of Solitude, like the knowledge of Krypton and stuff.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think Superman would have been...
He learned it from a crystal ghost?
I think you could even have gotten away with just giving him, like, super flight, but, like, almost like an immense amount of energy out of his eyes and the super freeze breath and... all the other stuff he can do, I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, he has X-ray vision.
Thor is able to fly because of his hammer. He uses it, like, twirls it around like a propeller.
Yeah,
you know, which Stanley was really smart about that.
Yeah, it's like he can only fly, but with his hammer. That makes sense.
Yep. Of course, you know, eventually Marvel was just like, you know, we're gonna add other characters that have the ability to fly because they'll be mutants, or it's experimented on or something, but...
I really liked how in Thor Ragnarok that he was able to kind of find his own, who he was even without his hammer, you know? Yeah. That was really cool. I thought that was really awesome.
That did not go.
Really didn't want to see him lose his eye. I felt sad about that.
Well, don't worry. There's no consequences. Like,
maybe he can grow it back since he has superpowers. I'm
not telling you anything, but pretty much everything that happened in Thor Ragnarok was pretty much erased by the time of Marvel Infinity War.
Why?
I don't know.
That doesn't even make any sense.
I don't know.
Why would it be erased?
I don't know, but that's really why I liked Thor Ragnarok a lot. It was a great movie. Like, and it felt completely different than most comic book films. It was just a fun ride.
It was kind of accurate to the, like, story of Thor.
Alright, this guy's really getting on my nerves. Like, this boss fight, ladies and gentlemen, can actually be prolonged for like 40 minutes.
Whoa, I hope that doesn't happen.
I hope it doesn't happen either, because it's just not fun.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Superman used to leap tall buildings in a single bound, and then
nuts.
after that he could learn to... Maybe it was like he was getting used to his powers on Earth, so the more he got used to it, the more powers he discovered he had, or something.
No, the writers just randomly gave him powers.
There was a really funny Studio C thing on that. Well, it wasn't really funny, actually, it was just there. It wasn't a really funny video. It was.
I could see it being like a conversation back in, you know, the 40s and 50s for describing Superman's abilities and all that other stuff. Ugh.
Well, I mean, I like that Superman is super powerful.
Because I mean, look at this. Most of the people in the Incredibles universe, they either have the ability to fly, they have super strength, they have invisibility, they have super speed. They don't have like Jack's abilities where Super has more than one ability. Like Elastigirl just has the power of elasticity. Mr. Incredible just has super strength and he's nigh invulnerable, more or less.
But Superman's real power is that he's super nice.
Super Boy Scout. All right. Eat rock!
But Luke, the Boy Scouts, never mind.
Yeah, I know.
They're not even the same as they were.
I can't even really use that joke anymore because it's not really gonna work. Curse you, world. I say it, and I'll continue to say it. PC is gonna be the death of everything. It's the death of fun.
Yeah, I just don't understand. Well, I don't want to go into it.
No, you can't. You can just say that and then move on.
That's it.
Let's rock! Okay, he has a bigger rock. See, this is a learning robot, and also now that you mentioned that it has the number on the side of it, I will always fixate on that, so it's making this very difficult. Ouch.
Wow.
It is. I never noticed.
It would be really weird if
I'm gonna have to look and see if it's in the film now.
If the number 9 is there.
Whoa.
They're saying they went through 9 robots, but hundreds of people.
No, there weren't that many supers.
Oh.
It's like maybe 20 supers, and some of them were terminated prior to Buddy's little crusade of evil.
I will say one weird thing about the movie. If they bring this robot back for the next movie, yes, it would be interesting, but I really am sick of this robot. It was all over the movie, and like I would have thought Syndrome would have had something, some other trick up his sleeve besides the same robot over and over again.
Well, like, if you look at the diagrams, the robot changed a lot.
Yeah, but still, like, why wouldn't he have different robots fight people? Like, why wouldn't he
did
mix
have
it up?
different robots.
That look different. Like, this is just the same looking robot. There's just, he's obsessed with this one robot. It's just crazy. I think that he, with all his, like, quote, knowledge or whatever, he'd be able to do something.
I also think that Gazer Beam, he didn't go back to the island fortress where the Phantasmics were or whatever, like his old, stomping ground. He didn't come back here because he was trying to get a job as a superhero and missed because he was an activist for superhero rights. I bet you he went back to the base to try to look for his missing friends who had been gone.
Oh.
Because remember, Syndrome killed, like, all the original team members of Gazer Beam's team first.
Yeah.
And then they came after Gazer Beam and some other supers, like, in the meantime.
Oh, wait, could he make that thing that said Kronos with his eyes?
Yeah, he was basically
he burned
Cyclops.
It into it? Okay.
Gazer Beam was like Cyclops.
I was thinking, like, how did he make that? Did he go over there and carve it with his hand?
No.
It's like, oh,
Cyclops.
He just did it with his eyes.
Yep.
That makes more sense now. I never got that before.
Yeah, and you have to remember, Cyclops, he's just like a normal human, except he has, like, laser vision.
I mean,
optic blasts.
How does Cyclops look at people, though? Like,
well, I mean, he sees everybody in red.
Oh, because he has to have that shield over his eyes so he doesn't burn a hole in everybody.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it, yeah.
So, I mean, how does, like, Jean Grey romantically stare into Cyclops' eyes?
She doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing that Wolverine definitely has over Cyclops.
Well, unless Wolverine has a bad dream. Alright, we're getting...
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is getting...
Has that ever happened in a Wolverine comic?
Oh,
wait, maybe we shouldn't talk about it here.
Don't watch the original X-Men movies. X-Men 1 through 3 had a scene like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't think about that. Alright, now I feel weird.
The person lived.
Okay, I can't think about it.
Whee! Ouch. My gosh.
Is Syndrome
what?
like inside this robot right now? I thought
that would make no. It's not like a Gundam. It's a AI. It's a robot all by itself.
Oh, but he was on top of the robot at this point in when he was trolling Mr. Incredible and talking to him. I thought he came out of the robot.
No. You have to watch the movie again. No, he flew.
Oh, okay. I got confused.
No, he was watching the robot do its thing. But I mean, technically he has a... jeez, now there are 3 blades? Oh, this is just getting excessive.
If the robot is on the ground, though, then wouldn't the supers that could fly be able to easily get away from it?
It has jetpacks.
The robot can fly?
Didn't you see that in the movie?
Oh, no. I didn't understand that.
Well, when they were messing around with the remote, you could see the different abilities of the robot, from shooting missiles, flight, you know, all kinds of stuff. Elemental abilities. This robot was tricked out.
It just looks so basic on the outside, though.
I think that's so that a super would lower their defenses, because it looks like one of the robots that they easily beat during the glory days.
Oh, okay.
But the engine and the capabilities of the robot are completely different. Alright, we need to get some health.
I never understood at the end of the movie, though, when they're like, the only thing that can penetrate it is itself. It's like, what is it made out of? Vibranium? Like, I don't understand what that even means. It looks like it's made out of metal. It really doesn't look like it's that strong.
That's so that supers will lower their defenses. It looks like one of those, you know, 1950s robot things that they probably easily took down.
Yeah.
You know, he did that. It was psychological warfare when the supers met their end, fighting a variation of this robot.
Yeah.
You know, and each time that the robot was defeated, Mr. Incredible defeated number 8 and technically number 9.
Yeah.
Like some of the Phantasmics, they beat like Model 2 or 3, but then Model 4 came back and obliterated them. I mean, you know, this was probably like a decade process of building this robot. Or at least 9 years, I don't know.
Yeah, it makes sense.
They don't really go into it because Disney did not allow Bird to have his full vision of the Syndrome stuff. The connection that Syndrome had to possibly having super parents, and they had to take a lot of stuff out because it was a Disney film. Back then, Disney had very strict rules about their Pixar department.
Yeah, now they don't seem to have strict rules anymore.
No, I mean, Frozen had some dark stuff to it, but I think
it did.
If Incredibles...
It wasn't as dark as the original Snow Queen movie, or story, though.
Yeah, and also, they've already said that they're borrowing some elements from the Dark Knight Returns books with the media in the Incredibles 2 movie.
Oh, wow.
Some of it, not... It'll be a kid-friendly version of the media corruption, like through Screenslaver and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think some of the things about...
Alright, now I'm getting this down. Now I'm getting this down to science!
Awesome, Kwing.
Even though we're almost dead. Yes, health, thank you.
I mean, that's what's really cool about The Incredibles, is like... It's supposedly like a kid's movie, but at the same time, there's stuff in it that's like, whoa, that was like...
Yes!
Hits you hard.
Oh, that was so...
Whoa, good job!
intense.
Uh-oh! But you defeated it.
Okay, that's a different scene, too. That's after the robot kicked his butt.
Yeah.
Great scene.
Alright, try this one on for size, big boy.
Wow.
He even has a villain voice.
Yeah, he does. It's creepy.
As a kid, I knew that was a bomb. I was like, oh no! Actually, I wasn't a kid. How? 2004, I would have been 20s? 19?
This came out in 2004?
Yeah. Yep. Yes.
What?
Yes, it did.
You and I knew each other then.
Maybe we saw it in theaters together.
You and I met in 2003.
Did we see this movie together in theaters?
I don't think so.
I would have remembered.
I don't remember watching this with you. I didn't see this in theaters.
No, this came out in November 2004, so I would have been living in Boston as of July of 04.
Yeah, I was in
Hey,
Illinois.
Snog. Thanks for getting back. Listen, I know this is short notice, but I was hoping that I could get you
What are these?
Look, I'm the Dash. The Dash lights.
Just a second.
Yeah.
Take that off before somebody sees you.
But you're packing one just like it. Are you hiding something?
Oh, please, honey. I'm on the phone. Dash!
This is yours. It's specially made.
What's going on?
You're not coming, and I'm gonna pass!
She's such a
What
great...
makes you think it's special?
I don't know. Why'd Mom try to hide it?
So cool.
I know. It's like probably the first time Violet's ever seen anything like that.
Okay, that's random. Alright, well, now I'm confused. But anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching another episode of The Incredibles. Join us next time as Bob finally infiltrates Syndrome's base.
Yeah.
And maybe we get to see some Edna Moe. But thanks so much for watching, and check out some of the other cool videos we got going up today. God bless and happy gaming.
See ya!